your schools to, you know, a student population of 17,000. It's a bit of a rabbit in the headlights kind of deal. And then at night time and all around was this incredible presence, military presence. There was GIs on every corner and sailors, and there'd be fight. You know, if you were out at night, and 17 and 18, there was a little sort of a wanderlust in that as well. So you'd see the most horrendous fighting, and you know, Jesus, I mean, Sydney in that stage was like one of the old gold mining towns that you'd see on the westerns. Really, you know, swing doors in every establishment as people moved in and moved out. And of course, it's always been a 24-hour city, but the weather is great. So, you know, it just went on night and day. And so I would, you know, come back to my house at night and then, you know, maybe take the last ferry across to Sydney and wander around the Cross and Surrey Hills and all these areas, just eyes on stalks, you know, for what you were seeing and what was happening, you know, in that area. And it was incredible, just the presence and what that does. That an amazing feeling of energy and sadness at times as well. But, you know, the Frisson was amazing.
As you grew up, you developed your own interest in terms of journalism and theatre and circus as well. Was this directly related to your childhood, or were you having other experiences as you grew up that kind of led into this?
I guess always, because my father being this writing spirit, there was always a need for me to read or to write down what it was that was happening. I was a good letter writer in those days as well. I suppose the exotic nature of circus and the visiting and the moving around led to all of those sorts of things. The theatre area, I can see it all sort of coming together, you know, because it's very much to do with people and facilitating people, their stories, journalism, you know, getting their message across, or their stories, theatre, getting their stories across again, in that sort of sense. And with circus, the entertainment and representation of ideas, of international, because it was, as tawdry as some of those little circuses were that visited us, you know, out in the sticks, they were tremendous, you know, for where their worlds, these other worlds that came and sort of impressed me. So I was keen to travel and keen to do and work with people. I thoroughly enjoyed the performing side of things. My work or my fun, my hobbies, you know, in those country towns meant that I was, you know, a stilt walker and a juggler and all of these sorts of things. You know, fairly good at climbing trees and all that, when we could find a tree to climb, you know. Out the back sometimes there's not that many trees. But you had a balance, a natural balance.